Welcome to Basement MTG with me, a nerd in his basement. In this video I'll be testing my Temur deck against the Defeat a God deck, Xenagos and his Revelers. These cards all start on the field. Get this shuffled up and get it rolling. Cards that start on the field are two Rollicking Throngs, they're just 1/3s. And Xenagos, 6/5. He can't leave the battlefield as long as there's a Reveler on the battlefield. But if he does leave the battlefield, then that's how you win the game. So basically, this deck has no life total. And you don't attack the deck like you do the Horde deck. You attack the Revelers straight up. Try to get them all out of the field so that you can attack Xenagos and have him leave the field. And there was not a single land in this hand. I'm going to reshuffle up. And you know what? I'm not going to mulligan. Just trying to test this deck. Play casually with my friends anyway. I'm not too worried about mulligans and all drawing less cards. We don't play that way. We didn't get together for someone to just sit there mana screwed. So shuffle up, make sure we got at least 3 or more lands in the hand. Not to say that you can't still get mana screwed after that, but at least it's a little bit less likely. Wow, you gotta be kidding me. Look at that. Did recently separate this deck apart, so I know it doesn't have any land trouble. Or I mean, as in not enough lands. And there we go. Now it's almost all lands. Good. I'm going to play a Frontier Bivouac. Adds one of either Forest, Island, or Mountain. Then I'm going to play a Mox Jasper. Add one of any color, only if you control a dragon, which I do not. Like the Horde deck, I'm going to take 3 turns before this deck starts playing. Play Game Trail, you can reveal a mountain or a forest, have it come in untapped. Then I'll take the 3rd turn, play a forest, and I'm going to morph in this card. It's a 2/1 when you Mega Morph it, so it gets a 1/1 counter. Basically when it turns face up, you can get a card out of your graveyard back in your hand. Now this deck will start to go, and it's 2 cards off the top. This one is a 4/4, has a hero reward, so if it dies, you can draw a card. And this is an enchantment. When a Reveler attacks, this enchantment will deal 1 damage to the player that it's attacking. So no attacks on the God deck this time. It's not like the Horde deck where they attack each turn available. They attack when sorceries trigger attacking, or there is 1 card that does enter an attack. So for the moment, I don't have to take any attacks right now. Play a Mountain. Then I'll play a Shaman of Forgotten Ways. Add a couple mana, only to cast creature spells. And you can tap a whole bunch of mana to make each player's life total the number of creatures they control, which is not going to be any help in the testing of this deck since it has no life total. Alright. 2 cards off the top, a Rollicking Throng. So this is what the deck starts out with. When 1 comes in, though, it enters and you will bring another card in, so we'll still be doing 2 more cards. Now, this is the 2/2 that when it enters, it attacks this turn of Fable. But this sorcery said at the beginning of combat, all Revelers gain haste and attack this combat. which is really just not that great. But I'll block the Ecstatic Piper with the Shaman. I'll block the 1/3, my 2/2 colorless one. Now when all these are attacking though, I do have that enchantment out, so I will be taking 5 damage right off the bat just from them attacking from the enchantment. Then I have to take 6 of what I can't block, down to 9. That doesn't, excuse me, the Rollicking Throng does not die, but the Ecstatic Piper does, and it has a hero reward of gaining 2 life when it leaves the battlefield. I'm back up to 11. Stack my lands here, draw a card, play another forest. I'm going to play... Well, I suppose I don't need to use this just yet. Don't have much in my hand. Play Savage Knuckleblade. 3 mana 4/4 with various different abilities. And then I'm just going to end turn. So 2 cards off the top, Ecstatic Piper that will be attacking, and another of that same sorcery where they all attack. So automatically I'll be taking 5 damage. Enchantment is going to be the enemy. But this time I'm going to be blocking again the Shaman, this, and I'm going to trade. This is why I, well no, let's see, if I would have tapped that I wouldn't have been able to block anyway. Well, I'm going to trade creatures. Block the 4/4 with the Savage Knuckleblade. 4/4 and the Ecstatic Piper have a hero award. One's draw a card, one's gain 2 life. So I'll gain 2 back to 8. Draw a card. This does not die, and I take 2 from the remaining Rollicking Throngs. I'm still at 6. And Savage Knuckleblade dies. Play Yavimaya Coast. Adds a colorless, or you can do Forest or Island if you take a damage. Well, let's go ahead and get out a creature, which is a dragon, Intet the Dreamer. So now I can use the mana from the Mox Jasper. 6/6 flying, deals combat damage to a player. You can pay 3, remove the top card of your library. Look at that card as, or remove it face down. Look at it as much as it remains face down, remove from the game, and play it without its mana cost as long as you control Intet. And I'll just end turn. 2 come in, sorcery, and another Ecstatic Piper. The sorcery says that Xenagos Ascended gains trample and will attack this turn. So the Ecstatic Piper attacks, dealing 1 damage for a Reveler attacking. Xenagos is a god, he's not a Reveler. Block that with the Shaman. I don't really want to lose Intet. And blocking with this, I'll still be just taking 4. Well, I think I have to, otherwise I'll be dead. So that's fine. I'll block with that, take 4. Down to 1. When the Ecstatic Piper dies, I gain 2 back to 3. Okay. I'm going to tap this. 2, 3. 4, 5. Play Kruphix, God of Horizons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not a creature yet. My devotion isn't high enough. No maximum hand size, unused mana would empty from my mana pool. It instead just becomes colorless and stays there. Now, this is kind of a gamble. I'm going to probably be dead anyway, but this is all just for testing the deck. I'm not necessarily trying to beat the God deck, and I'm not trying to see if it can beat me, and just want to test out my plays. So far, the plays haven't been too bad. But we're going to go with an Intet attack. Now, since it's not necessarily a player to attack, I'm considering just attacking anything out here. You have to attack the Revelers or Xenagos. I'm just going to consider that as the player. Tap 3, remove a card face down. I'm going to cast it without paying its mana cost. It is Lathliss, Dragon Queen. Whenever another dragon enters, get a 5/5 dragon token. And dragons have the tap 2, the Fire Breathe mechanic, where it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. For as much as you tap 2, 1 red and 1 colorless. Then at the end of turn, I'm just going to tap this mountain just to get for Cruffix. Use a dice to keep track of the unused mana that's colorless now. And this will get 2 cards. Well, that kills me straight up. That was just a sorcerer that deals 4 damage to each player. But let's pretend that didn't happen as for just playing out the deck sake. We'll do this other one though, where Ecstatic Piper comes in, 2 of them. I'm going to skip the last part again. It's just going to kill me. Each player would take damage to the Revelers on the field right now. But whatever, I'm just testing this deck. Probably only do a couple more plays just to see what gets drawn. But I can block the Ecstatic Piper with this, gain 2 life. It's not going to matter since I'm already dead 2 times over. But let's just see what this next turn can bring. See what happens here. Another dragon. Intet the Firemind. Or not Intet. Niv-Mizzet the Firemind. I was looking at Intet when I said that. Well, might as well tap 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Niv-Mizzet and get that 5/5 dragon token. I'm just going to use a random art card for my token. It's a 5/5 dragon flying. Got 3 mana left over. Let's do the Intet again. Deal Ecstatic Piper. This is also a creature now that I've got Intet out, as the Devotion is up now. Still have the 1 left over. I'll have attack the Ecstatic Piper, so when it does, I'll pay 3. Top card face down. Since this is worded, you may play that card without paying its mana cost as long as it remains in play. Intet remains in play. I do think that I can play the land then. If it said cast, then that would be useless. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Again, I am dead. This is another enchantment. As long as there's 5 or more Revelers on the battlefield, then they gained haste and attack each turn if able. And this is just another of that Dance of Flame, the enchantment where if they attack, deals damage to me. And then nothing will be attacking this turn. Tap the 1 though, to get the unused mana to turn into colorless mana. Now at this point, I can play Shamantic Revelation, draw a card for each creature I control, and gain 4 life for each one that's power 4 or greater. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then gain 2, 3. That would be gaining 20. Now again, I am dead, but it's nice to see that that play could happen. Bring me back from the brink of death here. Play Frontier Bivouac again, and now I got a nice full hand of lots of different things to play here. I'm just going to call it here. The deck still played, even though I died. Played the way I should expect. Those first couple shuffles with no lands was a bit concerning, but again, that's just how it goes. That next shuffle then was full of lands. You never know what you're going to get. But anyway, if you liked watching this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and check out the other video where this deck plays against the self-playing deck Battle of the Horde. or the other video where I just go through the cards that are in this deck. These videos, where you test them, don't show you everything that's in here. So if you want to see the full deck list, be sure to check that one out. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.